Well, it's a beautiful morning. Not a lot of interest in the sky today, but that's okay. We'll see what shows up. We have quite a current. We're getting some in between these trees. A little bit of this pink sky in the back. Fight this current a little bit. Single tree out here. I'm trying to isolate with this bit of sunrise. There's a little bit of sticks and things in the foreground, which is okay sometimes. See if we can pull back and see if we can isolate another one of these trees closer to the edge so we get more of a reflection in the water. There's still some greenery here. We need to find something closer to the edge of this greenery. We'll see what happens. We have one smaller tree that's got a great background, and the top of this little tree's got a great form. We'll see. Awesome. I'm not sure. There's a look way off in the distance with a little pink sky. We'll put that little grouping off on the right-hand side. Let's see what we get. Here we go. Not a huge fan of man-made structures, but if the conditions are right, sometimes it makes for a cool shot. And while we're here, sometimes you glance at something and then say, "Oh, that's pretty great," and then when you frame it up, it's like, not quite as thrilled as I was just a second ago. In those cases, I think it's more just something really pretty for us and a little less for the camera. Something's there. I'm probably not at the right angle. I feel like Bob Ross talking so softly. Let's try this grouping out here. Especially when there's not much going on in the sky. The nice thing about the long lens is that you can use the existing cypress as a background, so you have some sort of texture back there instead of just stark, empty skies. So it's early June, and the water's pretty high. We've had a lot of heavy rains. In fact, this is the first time in a couple of weeks almost that I've been able to come out here, because the water's been too high and you don't want to create wakes and mess up people's property, and kind of let Mother Nature take its course. But we came out this morning and we're not really creating much of a wake in this kayak. And they aren't the most favorable conditions. There's not much in the way of atmosphere. There's always something good out here though. Never a bad morning. The nice thing about the current in the high waters, if you can position yourself like this, you can just turn everything off and float. You know, this is an area that's been shot so many times by so many people. Every visitor that comes here just about gets a shot in this area of something. But what's intriguing me a little bit about where the sun is this morning is that it hasn't reached the entire ditch here. It's just at the end. A nice vignette, almost, a natural vignette around this bright ending, the light at the end of the tunnel, if you want to call it that. It's a good name. I'll post images sometimes, and sometimes I struggle for titles. Sometimes they come right to you, but inevitably I'll post something and viewers will come and look at the images and they will title much better than what I did. Almost just make my titles temporary and see who comes up with the best titles. Since we're closer up in here, we can shoot a little wider. The textures, I've said 1,000 times, I'm not shooting any more in this spot, but every time you get here, it's just different. This morning sun hits this Spanish moss. I don't care how many times you come down here, it's pretty amazing. Pretty fandango. There's a small little patch of trees here down that's a little bit separated from everything else at the end here. And with the sun at the angle it is, it's a pretty nice reflection. Of course, I don't know, it's a pretty nice reflection everywhere. Low-hanging fruit there, Robert. You didn't see me jump or anything, did you? I didn't jump. It did not startle me at all.